Welcome to the Migrant Information System database. My name is Linda Fournier and I am the Migrant Education Services Data System Specialist. MIS2000 is a migrant data management tool. The system has been configured specifically to the needs of our migrant students. MIS2000 allows you to store data from certificates of eligibility, educational records, health information, as well as additional information collected by our state. It also allows you to run unlimited reports, create your own reports, print copies of COEs, run eligible student counts, as well as federal performance reports, and much more. Its data collection and reporting capabilities make it a powerful software. If you have an account but forgot your password, please click on the link provided or contact Linda Fournier. If you are unable to view the login screen, please contact Linda Fournier. This may be a firewall issue. How to do a student search. To do a student search, make sure that the Students tab is selected. Search for a student with first and last name or date of birth. And by selecting the box next to active only, select students who are within the 36-month window of eligibility. To do a search for students in a district, make sure the Students tab is selected. In the Choose LEA box, start typing the district or select the district from the drop-down. By selecting the box next to active only, select students who are within the 36-month window of eligibility. Next, you will get a list of students. These are the results from the previous screen for the district you selected from the drop-down. You may export the student list, which you will download as a CSV file. Simply click the header box, then go to the hamburger to export the list. You may also search for a COE in MIS2000. To search for a COE, make sure the COE tab is selected. Search with first and last name or date of birth, or COE ID, or parents' names. By selecting the box next to active only, select students who are within the 36-month window of eligibility. Results from the search will appear if there is a COE within the search criteria. If you go to the left and expand the arrow, you will see address, student ID, M6 ID, name, date of birth, and school district. If you go to the hamburger, which is to the right, you can view or print the COE, but only if it has been approved by the SEA. You may also edit the COE, but only if it's yours. You may also view records and export student list. Entering a COE. To ensure you are not entering in a duplicate COE, do a search for it before entering. If no duplicate COE comes up with a qualifying arrival date the family has given you, please click on New COE button. By selecting the box next to active only, select students who are within the 36-month window of eligibility. This will also narrow your search. You will want to ensure you are selecting the correct school year from the drop-down. Begin to enter the family information as it is given to you. If the family qualifies for the McKinney-Vento Act service, check the checkbox next to it. In the Family Data section, we now have the Family Needs Assessment. Please complete the information for each child in the family interviewed. Then click the boxes that the parent/student identified as needed based on the interview with them. So you'll need to record or select preferred language from the drop-down. You need to record or select other social media that would be best to inform them. Click all parent involvement items that would help support the parent in their child's education. If other is checked, add a comment in the comments box. Here we have the child data section of the COE. After you enter all the necessary child information, click Save Student. If this is not clicked, all entered information will be automatically deleted and you will need to enter it in again. So please be sure to click Save Student after each child. After you have entered the child information and have saved that student, next you'll want to click on Profile on the child that you had just entered. This will take you to a different page. It will take you to Student Profile. At the top of Student Profile, make sure it's the child you just entered in on the COE. Next in the Student Profile, you have Instructional Services. Check all instructional services that are needed for the child. If Other is checked, add instructional service in the field. Next in the Student Profile, we have Support Services. Check all support services that are needed for that child. If Other is checked, add support service in the field. Next section is Your Child. Check all that apply to the child and explain in this comment section. For example, if the child has a food allergy, we would like to know what type of food allergy that is. So you would simply type it into the comments section. And again, if Other is checked, add a comment in the comments box. While in the student profile page, click on Save Changes at the top right-hand corner of the page, and please do not skip this step. To get back to the COE to add more children or continue with entering the COE, please click on the Back to Search Results at the top right-hand corner of the page. The COE tab. Going to the search results should have taken you to the COE tab. If not, you will want to click on that tab. The COE you are currently working on will be displayed. Click on Edit to go into the COE that you are working on. Once you click on Edit, you will be able to continue and submit your eCOE. Once you're back into the COE, you will go to the Qualifying Moves and Work section. Make sure that you completely fill this out. If 4B is selected, you will get a pop-up window that has move number 1 and move number 2. That information will need to get filled. If any of the COE section is missing, you will get an error message if it is needed. Next, we have the signature section of the COE. If you are not doing a face-to-face interview due to the pandemic, we do have an option where you can click on the box that says, due to COVID-19 pandemic, signature was unable to be collected. Verbal authorization was obtained and the interviewee agrees to the above statement and the information collected on the COE. So you would simply click on that box, and then down at the bottom though, you would still have to put in the person that you are interviewing. So you would just type in their first and last name. Then underneath that, we have the relationship to the child or children. You would click on the drop down and select the appropriate option. Then you would put in the date. For your section, you would click on the sign button, in that you can electronically sign the eCOE with your mouse. Then from the drop down of the interviewer name, you would select your name from that drop down. Then you would put in that date also. If you are doing a face-to-face interview for the parent or guardian or spouse or worker, you would click on the sign button for them, and then they would electronically sign this COE. Next, you would go to Save My Work at the bottom right-hand corner of the page to ensure that everything that you have just entered is saved. After you click on Save My Work, you'll want to go to the top left-hand corner of the COE and click on Submit COE for review. Next is how to address a rejected COE. It is very vital that if you have a rejected COE, you address it right away and resubmit for review. What you do is you would be in the COE tab, and at the top next to the search box, you have COEs with status. You would go to requires attention, and the rejected COE would be in the results section. You would simply go to the 3 lines, which is the hamburger, and you should see an option to edit COE. Once you have pulled up that COE, on the top left-hand corner of the COE, you'll see a View Log button. If you click on that, it opens up a window, and reasons why the COE was rejected will be in that section. So you will want to address those accordingly. Once you have addressed those reasons, you would want to save your work again, either at the top right-hand corner of the page or the bottom right-hand corner of the page. And then you would submit the COE for review again. And then next, that would go to the Migrant Education Services Data Coordinator for review. When viewing the COE, it will look like the bigger image, and you can print the COE from this page. However, you will want to make sure that it has been signed by the SEA, so it will have Claudia Melodic's name on that line. Then you will be able to go ahead and print it because that means it has been approved. Who to contact. If you would like further training or need technical assistance with MIS2000, please contact me and I will be happy to assist you. I just want to say thank you for viewing my PowerPoint and have a great day and stay safe, everyone.